Hey guys, okay, this is going to be the video where I explain what you get, how you get it, and why you want to get it now. Having said that, let me just start by making this point. For those of you that never knew to think this big, right? Here's a website that we did with dummy information on it real quick. And we took like, it wasn't even a 30-page website, okay? And we just wanted to prove the point. So, and this is some months ago. And we took it and we created all the pages for it, put it up, right? Google did a Google dance with it for a while, and then poof, it wound up in the 30,000s for pages. It's floating somewhere constantly between 30 and 40,000. All right. And we haven't touched it. It hasn't gotten any good SEO work. No one's gone into the Emma panel to do anything. So this is the potential. Okay. And so being able to make a website for a client or take their website from 5 pages or 10 pages or 15 or 20 or 25 and turn it into a 1,000-page website or a 10,000-page website or even a 30 or 50,000-page website. That it can be done. And just as you play with it, you'll get good at it. So that's the justification for the software, is because it works, it's hot, Google likes it, Google indexes it, Google ranks it, especially if you go into any kind of proper backlinking to drive it up. And because you can create a spread across so many keywords, you get low-hanging keywords. People buying off the long tail keywords are paying just as much money as people buying off the short tail. The guys going for the long tail are more discerning. They know more particularly what they're looking for, and so they're ready buyers. They are looking for something specific. What you want is to have a page that matches that. You want it to say something like that on the front page of Google, so it's an eyeball match, so that they continue to look for you. Now, some companies want to throw away their site and they want yours because it's a better kind of an admin panel, easy to operate. They want to use that. Other companies, they want to keep their look, their feel, and so they want their own. They want you to just take their website, create a lot of pages into it. Okay, we do that kind of work for companies ourselves, but then guys, typical individuals who are trying to make a living for themselves want to be able to have tools like that in their toolbox. If you're an SEO type, if you're a website developer, you're probably doing great with clients. You're looking for new things that you can offer them. This is amazing for most clients. Now, we can help you get the pages created, and we can help you get Google to index them rapidly. Okay. And this is all simple, easy stuff. Okay. So let me explain how you would go about this. Like, how do you even get in and what can you get? Okay. If you go to website-installer.com, okay, website-installer.com, all right, then that's where we have lots and lots of projects we've created over a great deal of time. Let's choose a category. We're going to notice 2 things. One, there's Blitz products here. That's the latest, greatest, bestest stuff. And then there's also cPanel hosting. Guess what that's for? That's when you want to get another cPanel, because we offer them cheap. They're top quality cPanels. Everything on our server is great. It's MySQLi, it's PHP 7, it's really fast, it's optimized. We got backups of the whole server on a separate disk. All of this is awesome. So if you want to get extra cPanel accounts, they're cheap. And that way you know that our servers are tweaked for our software, so you're going to get the best match for your client. So that's basically just empty cPanel accounts that you can then turn around and install your Blitz products onto. Okay, and you might think, wow, I don't know how to install software. The answer is you're not going to have to. I'll explain why in a minute. If you go to Blitz products, all right, this is the HTML Blitz software. It's the one that we were showing, okay, with the pest control website, all right? So you can get the details to continue and make the purchase, okay? Now over here, we have the T2H Blitz software, and this is for the one with the cPanel, you know, they're the content management system. For those of you that know our software already, you know what this is. For the rest of you, let me just say, a lot of people prefer this once they start using it over WordPress, over Wix, over Joomla, over Weebly. It has features you cannot find in those, and it's incredibly intuitive. It's very easy. We say it's jitterbug easy to use because you're probably not going to have any support questions. It's just so simple. Okay. Now, here's what's going on. If you get either one of these, then when you go to install it, there's a video that kind of makes it clear how to install it. Okay. Then when you get it, it's $9.95, right, for the install. Here's what that includes. First of all, the cPanel with unlimited everything and the SSL certificate with HTTPS for all of your subdomains is included free. And this, by the way, goes for wildcard SSL. Down here, we're saying you need to get a wildcard SSL for 75. Not with this deal. Okay, it's included. All right, just you can hold me to it. All right, guarantee you. You can mark down this time in this video. All right, the wildcard SSL is included. There is no spend 75 bucks for that. Okay, now when you go down, there's an order form. Very simple. Just there is what you're getting. Right. If you have a promo code, use it. Company information. If you put the company information up here, you can. Now for HTML Blitz, there's really no purpose to that. All right, so you can just ignore this part. All right, now add domain. You got to use an existing domain, either one you already own, okay, something you already have, and it tells you how to set the name servers right here. Very simple, very simple. Just go set the name servers. If you've never done it, call GoDaddy support or watch a YouTube video on how to set name servers on your domain name. Very easy. If you're going to buy a new domain name, do your search right here for the domain name you want. Pests be gone now today.com. I'm just doing that to make sure I get one, right? Do a search. It'll actually tell you right now if it's available or not and how much it'll cost to get. Okay, so we're just waiting for it to do the search. Hey, it's available, 13 bucks, okay? You can add it to your order, right? That's it. Now, that's your domain name, right? So there you go, right? Now, buying, you have choices. You can either pay outright, okay? Or if you want to use PayPal and go with subscription, okay? You've got three choices. You can go with a 3-month subscription, okay? Or a 6-month, all right? Or a 12-month. And you can just make the payments by the month, right? If you run into any problems making a payment along the way and have to break off, it doesn't mean that we're going to just yank your website out from underneath you. Shoot us an email. Let us know what your issue was. Maybe you popped a tire, right? And you had to replace your tires. These things happen. We know. Just let us know. We're flexible. We understand what's going on. So there you go. You can buy with a PayPal subscription, okay? Now, let me continue to explain because there's more. Right, so say that you went with the T2H website, get details. Kind of the same thing, right? Fill in a promo code if you have one, company information. You can add it if you want to kind of see how it works because this is programmed with theme to HTML to operate with it, okay? Then when you go below that, and that's cool, okay, so that's helpful, that gets you going. Then when you go below that, it's the same idea. It's use an existing domain, put it here, and set your name servers, or get a new domain, same exact concept. And yes, you can buy with a subscription or not. Now, keep in mind, you do have to do one of these things. You must add a domain, either one you already have, or get a new one and add it to your order, okay? And there you go. And again, just let us know if you have any issues making the payments, okay? Again, we're flexible. We understand these things. Now, what else do you get? For your price tags, right? $9.95 for HTML Blitz, okay? $7.95 for T2H. HTML Blitz means works with basically anyone's websites out there, right? But it's not a full-scale control panel. You can't manipulate images and videos and stuff easily. You have to use like Dreamweaver, download their pages from the website, open them in Dreamweaver or Notepad. Dreamweaver's easier. And then, or anything else that handles HTML editing, you can look them up online. They're cheap and free and easy. And you can make adjustments and then upload the pages, right? Theme to HTML has a full-scale content management system, so it's easy to log in and create pages, move menu items around, add and adjust videos, put in a sidebar, left or right. You know, you can do all kinds of things really, really easily with theme to HTML. Now, it's going to be our look, but we have multiple ways to flip things on, off, move banners up, down. You can even make like a full-width looping video on it easily. And then let it be the looping video and let the words glide in, telling you to click here to contact us now or whatever, you know, or click here to read more. That's easy enough. So it's just a question of what you want. Now, this has more involved, but it's a lower price. Why? This is, like I say, jitterbug easy. It's so simple to use, you're probably not going to need much support at all. Just the random question here and there. This, usually people come up and say, hey, I got a broken file path. Can you help me with that? Now, while we can't help you with all your HTML questions, there are just times that you'll need our help for some basic thing. And sometimes we see right away how to help you with something where you can just do it. But this is something that you're attaching to other people's websites. So you're using their website with their coding, right? So it's unfamiliar coding. That's why it costs a little more. Now, having said that, here is where it gets fun, because you're installing these to a website and you're thinking, okay, I can only use them on one website, right? Not for these prices, and you can hold me to it. Mark this down time-wise in the video, right? We are going to put a version of each of those softwares on your purchase into an account we create for you at this software dash installer. Isn't it fun how we have our website names? You got website installer and software installer. And when you go, this has an amazing number of cool tools inside of it, which you got with the purchase, okay? But guess what you get in here as well? A copy of these softwares that are ready set on shelves in your file repository in here, so that any website you want to add, okay, just add a new website, cPanel username and password for that website, just website, username, password. You just add it to a website list, type it in. And guess what? Now, the software installer tool, when you're logged in, you can connect to the website and you can upload your software. So you can upload copies of these softwares onto other websites with no charge. There's no charge for doing that. There's no charge for doing anything in here, okay? There's only an annual just catch-up fee for continued use, and we just set that each year, but it's not a lot. It's like $250 for a year, okay? Now, here's the whole point. That means that you don't just buy this once for one website for this price. You have it an unlimited number of times. You can install it anywhere you want, okay? Any new cPanel. And then, if you have this, you don't just have it once, you can put it anywhere you want, unlimited number of cPanels. That said, like I said, this is a CMS. We tweaked our server to ensure this works right. We cannot support it on other servers. It'll probably work on most, as long as they're modern. We just don't support it on them, right? So just be aware of that. But that's why we had this other thing I wanted to point out real quick. cPanel hosting, okay? When you get this, okay, this is almost free. 45 bucks for a year. First year after that, it's 50 bucks a year. And it comes with everything. What's that mean? That means, again, you got to get an existing domain or buy a new domain. One of those two has to happen. And don't use it with a subscription payment, please. This is just ridiculous if you do. It's also going to be like costly for you, especially if you go 12 months. It's going to cost you a lot more. But here's the point. And you could. I mean, if you really need to, you could. All right? You could do that. You could do like a 3-month. You could do a 6-month. And you could do a 12-month. Okay? Keep in mind, 6 months is the best price to time ratio. All right? You can buy. And so now what's the point? For those of you that are power playing and you want to get like 10 cPanels and get them kicked off and rolling, you can do it that way. Okay, you could afford it too if you spread the payments out. Now when you get the different cPanels, right, you'll get the emails telling you how to log in. They're blank, basically, right? They're websites, but with nothing on them. So you log in your software installer tool and you put in the information you got in your email for those cPanels. And all of a sudden, you can pick and choose from your website list and install this here, install that there, install this here, install that there. Piece of cake. Okay? So you can set up an army of websites for any purpose. Once you buy these things once, every next website is cheap. It can be like $8 a month, cheap per website, right? If you really need to go that low. And that's okay. If you do it, that's okay. We're not going to stop you. That's fine. You can do that. Now, okay. And same thing, if you run behind on payments in your cPanels because you're doing something important, just let us know, right? As long as you give us some clue. That way, because we're not just going to yank it out from under your feet. We know that people have issues. So just let us know if you have any issues. All right, now, here's the other thing that matters with this whole thing. What else do you get for the price? Because I want to sweeten this deal real quick and explain to you. Like I said, we did locksmith projects and we locked that down. We opened that thing up with 50 positions at $1,000 each. Okay. And those got filled up. We're working on that project. It's coming along fast and hard. It's really amazing how far we're getting with it. Okay. So just to iterate too, we've done this before. Here's what we're doing. We're creating lots of websites with phone numbers that point to a dispatch center. So whenever somebody sees one of our web pages and clicks on it because they need a locksmith for their car, they locked their keys in the trunk, or the key broke off in the ignition, broken key ignition. There's all these keywords, right? Keys locked in trunk. There's so many keywords. Emergency locksmith because a child got locked in a car. There's so many. But then also people get locked out of their house. People get locked out of their office, sometimes with a keypad. There's all these standard services. Well, anyway, we get the calls into a dispatch center and take a cut of the jobs that come out of it, a large cut, for providing leads that pay money. Now, we did this before by making websites for these guys 3 years ago. Notice the years, right? 2015, 16. We started here. We had our natural growth curve. This is typical. This is kind of how it just goes. And then, bam, we started to have some pretty good spurts and started to pick up momentum, right? Lots of websites in play, bam, having days with a lot of visitors in them, right? But then more and more general pickup, right? This is it. So over the course of a year, we picked this project up hard and fast, right? We have guys who bought in here because we're doing this right now. We're probably right about here in it at the time of this video, right? We're on the way, man. Here's what's different. Back then, it was a lot harder. Now we can create massive websites fast. We're learning how to index them very, very fast, which is something we never had before. It's really exciting. We're learning how to automate backlinks in a sensible way. There are lots of options that are reasonable today, right? And building flowcharts and creating properly structured sets. As a matter of fact, Yext is top shelf, and that's the easiest way to do it. You go to Yext. They know how to update all of your information across all the social media all at once. It's totally automated, right? It's not, no one's doing it manually. The only thing that's manual is setting up the information in the first place. Well, we pulled together a backlinking crew that we're paying a cut to for just getting the phone string and getting that to turn into jobs. That's it. Long as jobs come out of it, people get paid. So each SEO guy gets their own website to work with, and anyone can volunteer to be that guy. So what's neat about that is the guys who know what they're doing, they know how to do backlinking, they know how to do SEO, they know how to get the sites to index. They are able to earn money that way. Now you want them working for you, because everyone who has positions in the system like that means you don't do anything. You just let us do our job. You're just funding it so we can make it live. Well, here's what's going on. I have the next one's live. We got a dispatch center for it. We got transparency. By the way, let me just show you what that looks like real fast. So there was this, right? Let me just show you a couple of other things real quick. Inside the dispatch center we have for this, several people involved. This guy's Jack actually for his area. That's a source. That's the name. These are recorded calls. This is how much the invoices were for. This is how much the technicians spent. How much they spent on parts out of the total amount coming in, and then therefore the profit after the technician that comes into the dispatch center, of which we get our cut. And then when we get our cut, it goes to the position owners, the guys who bought the shares in the positions, and to the SEO guys and the house. 80% of the money that comes in goes through the position owners evenly. They split them. 10% goes to the guys doing the SEO, 10% to house to cover everything, right? Whoops. Sorry, I was kind of expecting that call. Now, let me make some more points real quick. Okay. The company with the dispatch center, anytime somebody goes, is it like a big company? They are. They're huge, actually. And some of their clients are like Avis and Hertz. Okay. Point being, when people get rental cars, You know how often they lock their keys in the trunk? Or the car is unfamiliar to them, right? They're not going through the right motions with the car. Or they're going out to the party, or there's, you know, whining and dining clients, and so they manage to lock the keys in the car, that kind of thing. There's a bunch of jobs coming in. So the point is, the people who have the position see all of this. They see and they get to listen to the recorded calls, see the SMS messages between the dispatch center and the guys on the ground. They get to see how the invoices are unfolding, what's going on there, all this stuff, right? And now, like 3 weeks in from putting the websites out, we check our stat counter, which again, people own the positions and get to start seeing, right? This is keyword rank improving on different things. Here's a page that somebody clicked on that was a #1 in Google. Now, granted, it could be backlinking guys working backlinking up on some of these, but that's the point. It's just new websites, and this is what you do to make them go. The point is, these are active and they're showing up, and so people are doing the right thing to continue to improve the results and get the SEO improved, get the backlink profile improved, indexing improved. Right? We have plenty of people for that. And for companies out there looking for us to do the work for you, give me a call. Okay, let me just make that. I just want to make that real quick point just in case you didn't see it anywhere before. Whoops, 552. Okay, that's me. Give me a call. Dave. All right, just call and say you saw the video. You were curious about talking about what we can do for you, right? For your project. Usually projects are anywhere from 2,500 up. 2,500 kind of means this. We do the whole thing for you that you would do if you bought the software. And then what do we do beyond that? We give you some cool tools to automate that, make it easy to expand as well, so that you can just paste in more keywords and hit go and get even more results on the front page. So on and so forth, okay? Now, when you want multiple websites, because it's very good to do, then we're talking about more like $5,000, $6,000. We can do things like that. But we go far and wide. We know what we're doing when it comes to doing this kind of work. Having said all that, what do I want to say now is this. So, not only do you get this installed somewhere where you can start working with it right away, but you also get it into your software installer. And by the way, when you're installing the HTML blitz onto a software, it's the back end, right? You're like, well, the website's not there yet. What do? Take anyone's website. Take any web page with, you know, images, CSS files attached to it, upload it. You know, like make a zip file, upload it, extract it, and connect to it. Work on it. Put the coding in it that you get with this purchase. And that way you are doing work for clients, you understand what's going on, you know what you're doing, you know, you can do it for yourself, grab any page anywhere and start working on it just to practice, right? That way when you start uploading this to other websites, it's all the quicker, right? Now here's the thing I want to say. If you have not yet done this, you don't even need to do this. Here's the other thing I want to say. We opened up garage door repair, right? And we have, that's why I need to get over here and make this point to you. We opened up 100 shares in the garage door repair for $250 each, okay? There are 100 of these garage door website positions. They're all of equal value. There are 100. 70 got bought, okay? There are 30 left to buy, okay? There are just 30, all right? If you're buying any of these positions, you're getting a piece of the action because we are doing for garage door what we did for locksmith, right? You're going to be in on that ride. One-time payment in for a recurring payment out as we get the pages indexed, the backlinks indexed, and the calls start coming through. You start getting paid. You can get into our next projects. Next one's going to be auto towing. Here's the point I want to make now. There are two ways to get these positions. One, you would go to the website itself. That's gettrialleads.com, okay, /LPE. Don't ask me why it's LPE. It's just landing page expansion, okay? That was the original version of this project. So you would sign up here so you can get websites or website positions. You're not really getting a website in this. There are 100 garage door repair websites we release. Everyone who co-owns the project gets a cut from wherever the sales came from. If all the sales came in through website number 14 out of that 100, you get a cut anyway. Even if you're thinking you just owned 78, the answer is you didn't own 78. You own the 78th share of that project if you had one share, right? One position, right? Now, after you sign up here, which is this, first name, last name, email, phone, your country, address. We don't really need it. It's not required. City, state, and zip. Okay, submit. It'll only take you a minute. Then you'll get the logon information. So then you'll go there and log in. When you do, you won't see anything here at first. Is it because you don't have anything? Go to the link called LPE websites. Okay, click on that. With any luck, there are still positions open for garage door repair. Okay, there are 30 right now. They're going to go pretty quickly. You'll see them as they go. So claim the ones you want. All right, and you can get them. It doesn't matter which order you claim them in or anything. They're all equal value. Okay, they're all going to get the same payouts. If you own one, you get paid out on one. If you own two, you get paid out on two. If you own that one and that one, you get paid out on those. It doesn't matter. Okay, whichever one or ones you own, you're going to get your payouts on your positions for co-ownership of the project. Now, having said that, here's the thing I wanted to point out that's so important. If you get either one of these, T to H Blitz, if you get this for $7.95, we're going to put it in your software installer for you, T to H Blitz, and you're going to have it on your website, whichever your first website was that you did here. And you can't get this with the PayPal subscription. This is if you're buying it full payment, right? Then what? We will give you 2 positions out of these. You will get 2. We'll assign 2 to you. We'll tell you to make sure to sign up. Go here and sign up. You must sign up so that we can assign the positions to you. You got to be in the system for us. This is free. Just go do it anyway, even if you're not going to buy either of these things. Okay? Now, if you get this one, you'll get 2 positions. Again, it's 2. The extra money is because you're probably going to have support questions. Okay? It's just from experience. All right? You'll get 2. If you get both of them, okay, if you get both of them, we will give you the 2 and the 2, but we will also throw in another one because you're making room for us to do that. So we will give you 5, and you will own 5% of the project, as well as have a website with this on it, a website with that on it, so you can learn how both worlds work. They're awesome worlds. Each one is pitchable. Each one is worth a lot to a company to have. And you'll have them in the software installer so that you can put them in unlimited numbers of places. How's that for cool? Okay, so that's it. We sweeten the pot by letting you get the garage door repair positions. Now, anyone who's afraid that you're going to go buying too late and that these positions are gone, don't worry. Next one up, auto towing. Okay, there are going to be a bunch of positions for payments, and we're going to do that next. That's going to come after we get this one launched. We got to launch this one first, though, right? We're going to be doing these industries here, but here's the thing: we still have to find a dispatch center to work with for the auto towing, so it's a longer turnout. The faster you go, the faster you can get this. Now, stop and think real quick, just to make this really, really clear. If 5 guys get both, that's it. That's 5 times 6 is 30, right? I'm sorry, 6 guys get both. That's it. So if you really want to do yourself a favor and get the best software we have, both versions, and have unlimited use of it as well, and get the passive end of this, like buying into 5% of this project here. Why GDR? Garage door repair. Huge payouts. It's huge demand. There's people run their cars into their garage door all the time. They come home drunk. They never do oil the pulleys and that kind of mechanism. Everything goes wrong with garage doors sooner or later. Door gets bent, lock doesn't quite work right. And so it's huge, right? The industry's huge. I knew a guy in a manufacturing place that's round the clock. They just make new garage doors. The guy shows up and he offers to either repair it or you could replace it. Now, if you want to replace it for better quality garage doors, you'll improve the value of the house. So you can take a home loan to pay for the doors, which will improve the value of the house. So it's almost like you got new doors for free. So it's really good that you bumped into your door, sir or ma'am, so that we could have this discussion and you can realize that you can get basically a free upgrade to your house. And guess what? A lot of people go for that. That's why it's a huge industry and the doors are being just pounded out in a manufacturing facility. So, and the second thing, this is like 1/10 is competitive as locksmiths. Okay. The final point I want to make, if you're thinking, well, which industry is better? Can I buy into more than one? You can. A lot of the guys who have locksmith positions got garage door repair positions because they see where things are going. Some of those guys may very well be watching this and realizing what's going on with the new software and the new URL structures. In case you're wondering, yes, we are using the new URL structures in this project on the 100 sites that we're going to release for this. So it's going to be even stronger, right? I mean, locksmiths, great, and we've come incredible distance since 3 years ago. We can reproduce what took us a year and a half in a week with that. But this is going to be even better. I didn't mean to develop more, but I did for the URL structure purposes, and we can do it now. So it's just going to be stronger. Stronger, faster, easier, better. Get these positions. All right. I think I gave you guys everything you need to know. Okay. There you go. I'm going to leave you with that and just say it's a race. You know, for those of you who want to get into GDR, buy now so you can earn it. Okay. Because again, whichever one you get, right, all you have to do, come to a website installer, right, website-installer.com, choose your category, Blitz, right, and then when you get it, okay, under the Blitz products, right, get one or both of these things under get details. Is here, well, that's the cPanel only, right, here and here, right. Let us, and we're going to use your email to create your software installer account, okay, and we're going to upload your stuff in there, and there's videos in there for how to install to a cPanel. It is one-click install. You can install this to a website once you have it in Software Installer with one click. Choose the website, fill in some dummy information like the password you want on the website, just like 4 fields to fill in, just dummy information. You can even hit the buttons to random create the domain names and stuff. Just click, click, click. It's done. And hit, I want this to install there, go. It is one-click install. It will create the whole thing for you. You don't need to know anything about database names, database passwords, database users. You don't have to know how to set permissions for that. You don't need to do any of that. You don't need to know how to upload files to a cPanel. All of that is done automatically in this system for you, okay? And you can buy more cPanels. You just buy them. You get them right here. Either buy them outright or make payments. And then just put that information into your software installer and then just upload whichever one of these you want into each different website and start working with it, right? For yourself and or clients. And if they're paying you and assigning and they have the domain names already, then when you get that cPanel hosting, right, get it with their domain name. Just tell them how to set the name servers forward. Use an existing domain, theirs, and tell them, set your name servers to this and this. And that if you have any questions, as a matter of fact, you know, just copy this and send it to them. And that's the instructions, right? That's simple. And whatever one you get, it'll come with 2 positions in garage door repair. And if all those positions get taken, you'll be available for the auto towing project that's going to come after this. Okay, I hope you guys found this interesting. And yeah, this is kicking off fast. I had one last thing. Somebody goes, what if not all the positions get sold? Well, that's okay. We're going to launch without it anyway. If we have to launch a little smaller, it'll be a slightly smaller project because the positions didn't get all sold. But that just means fewer positions owned. So the payouts are better per position. So it's sort of tit for tat. You get paid more on a smaller project or less on a larger project that has more volume. whatever. But either way, we're going to grow from there. So you think we're going to stop? No. The first time we ever did this, we was 3 years ago, and we created 3,000 websites. It got spun up into 7,000 websites by the time that was done. Massive. $250,000 a month profits were coming out of it at 3,000. Totally amazing. And that's why we're doing this now in this way. We have a dispatch center for these two industries. We're all set. We'll get a dispatch center for auto towing. I know that there are several out there that are more than happy to buy leads. And we'll look at the next industries we want to do. All right, for those of you who also think I want to take over a whole industry myself, and you kind of have bigger funding because it would take that, we can discuss that, right? And we can hit your industry. All right, this is something around maybe 40 to 50,000, okay, where you secure a whole industry to yourself. Okay, it could be 25,000 to 50. If you want us to not compete with anyone else, of course, it's going to be a higher cost, you know. But then we're going to take an industry that we haven't touched yet just for you, okay? And you are going to have a massive amount of power there. So you can give me a call if you want to discuss. For the rest of you, want to build your way up, release yourself of your job, get free, be able to replace it with income from here. We've done the math before. We've shown people it's really interesting. It's very possible on the locksmith projects, and it will happen. It's just a question of when, but a $1,000 position owned there can start making $1,500 a month just on regular volume. Okay, and so if you think 1,000 in one time pays 150% of that back out every month, right? Well, what is that? That's like 18,000 a year for 1,000 in. Pretty amazing. And yeah, garage door repair will be like a similar breakdown. It's like each position's $250. It's probably going to wind up paying like $375 a month back per position. Okay, just so you know, this is where things are going. It becomes recurring income that gets more and more stable as we keep building these out. If you're wondering what about backlinks, we got 40 people working on it now. We're cross-training them, and we're going to get more people involved. This will not stop, and they're working for commissions, right? So there's no worry about running out of funding. This will not stop. This stuff will grow and it will take over, and that's why you want to be a part of it. Just a question of time. And Google's just going to bide its patience, watch us grow, and give us more. And that's exactly normal. That's how this kind of curve happens for everyone's projects everywhere in the world, basically, through Google. This is what it looks like. This is a normal growth curve for pretty much any website, especially going organically and growing harder and getting backlinks. It's just the way it looks. All right. Hope you found that interesting. Can't wait to see you on the inside. Just start, right? Go to website-installer.com to start, or go to gettrialleads.com/LPE to start. Make sure you get signed up here anyway if you want to get any positions at all, either directly over there for the direct prices. Like you can get 5 positions over here for 1,250, right? It's just, if you're going to do that, you may as well get this and this for unlimited installations too, because it's only what, like 300 more. Do it, and you can use it like unlimited times from here, and you get all these other tools which are really pretty amazing. When you start playing around inside of here, it's like a labyrinth, and it's just a tool chest full of amazing tools. You'll love it. All right, this is a long video. If you bore with me the whole way, you're machines. Other than that, you also discovered by now, I think, why this is an incredibly great deal and why you're going to want to get into it. It's really the best stuff on the market. We've never seen other websites work this way, have this kind of power, be this easy to manipulate and control. Okay, so there you go. You're going to be able to control those pages. You can make an SEO change to a base page that'll cascade through thousands of changes with variables. Google will see that, and it's like you manually adjusted thousands of pages, but you didn't. You adjusted one, right? Very simple to keep up SEO and show Google that you're still active on your website and make things a little nicer in the process. You know, add a city into the page title on a certain page if you didn't think about it. And that'll add that variable city all the way through the entire system, right? 1,000 pages will update. And Google will say, wow, better SEO every single one of these pages. And it likes that. It likes that. All right. Thanks a lot for biding with me and understanding what's going on. And thanks a lot for your support. It's everything you guys do that have pushed us to be able to get this far so we can do all this work for you. All right, take care.